What's going on, everybody? Oh, man, good to be here. It is the end of July. This is going to be the last rundown for July. I think today is the 28th. I'm pretty sure that it is Thursday, July 28th. Public rundown right here. Pretty much everything the same as it has been. It's going to be in the summer like this. Fish-wise, fishing is still good, but man, if you're not fishing the first few hours and the last few hours, it just gets hot, it gets ugly, and man, I don't catch them. I mean, some of the guys that say they catch them in the middle of the day, I don't. I just don't. So it's that first hour or so, if you're in the right spot, first couple hours, you can catch a few. After that, you really need to be pushing the brush piles and the deeper water. Things are a little bit cooler than normal. Just as we discussed the other day, everything's the same. Clarity hasn't changed. Water temperature hasn't changed. It's still 86, 88 degrees, 89 degrees in the main lake. 86 being the morning temperature, 88, 89 being the end of the day. Decent south winds blowing. I did drive over the bridge and saw that it really had a beautiful, beautiful gunmetal blue color to it. And that usually means a little clearer water, a little clearer than 0 to 1. But that's about what it is, 0 to 1, maybe 0 to 2. And then the lake level, it kind of stalled here. We slowed down a little bit. And I guess last week's rain, we had 3 days of rainstorm, thunderstorms that came through. They were quick. They were pretty heavy. Wasn't any substantial amount of rain. But for whatever reason, the lake level slowed, kind of stagnant here, stable here, I should say. And then we're down to the 396.03 as of today, which this is officially exactly 7 feet below full pool. If you haven't seen it in a while, it's shocking. It looks different. As the more this water drops, the less of this lake there is to fish. You have to remember that it's only an average lake of 35 to 40, 50, maybe 60 foot deep down by the dam, 70 foot down by the dam, but the average overall depth of this lake is 35 feet. When we lose 7 feet of that, on an average, that is almost 25, 27% of the lake. Not quite, but that's what, if they go to percentages, they're saying it's about 26% low. It changes things a lot, and a lot of water is gone. The docks aren't in play. Majority of the docks right now can be really good. In the past years with a full lake, they provide a lot of shade. The fish can go hunt during the morning hours and come back to those shaded docks. A lot of the docks had night lights on them. Those night lights are out of water. A majority of the docks are out of water. It's making the lake different, and that's not a negative. It's fishing okay, but just like I said at the beginning of this, fish the morning, fish the evening. Try it at nighttime. I know a lot of the birds are piling up on a lot of the walls, the bridge walls. So whether it's the 515 East, 515 West, 2946 Bridge, the Mustang Bridge, anywhere, the dam itself, anywhere you have one of those riprap type walls or those concrete barricades, or I don't know even what you call them, those man-made walls that you have on Lake Fork with all of the bridges, those are holding fish. And a lot of it too is bait that's getting blown into those places with south wind. It's white bass, schools of white bass pushing the bait around. But believe it or not, there's a lot of bass underneath those. And some of those bass are really big. I call them crumb eaters. A lot of those bass are lazy. They're not just lazy, they're smart lazy. They know that if they follow the school of working white bass, the white bass are damaging injured shad, bits and pieces fall, and they get free food. It also it's a stimulant. So that whole area is active. Because it's active, there's other things that are active. The bits and pieces of shad that fall bring crawfish out of the rocks. The oils that are in the water activate things. And so the bass tend to hunt underneath those schools of bait that are being eaten by the white bass. Little baits like, this time of year, take a 1/2 ounce jig head and put a fluke on it. Or a 3/4 ounce jig head and put a fluke on it. And, it goes through those white bass fast. They don't tend to get it and eat it, and then you can hop it hard off the bottom. Really a lot of strokes off the bottom. But those are some great places that you should be looking for the fish. Top water bite really, really early and really, really shallow. I mean like 0 to 2 foot buzz baits and stuff on shallow reefs and points. Some walking baits like the Berkeley El Chapo. And then, of course, the same old baits that we've been telling you, the big worms, the football jigs. It's just timely. One day you catch them and one day you don't. I know that the youth bass camp was here this week, and I heard, one day was great, the next day was a grind. I didn't hear how they did today. We always like to have those kids here. They stay at the world famous Lake Fork Marina Hotel, which is the best place on the lake to stay. It's really neat to see those kids. But again, the fishing report is up and down. Some of the kids are catching them, some we're not. And realistically, that's the gist of it. Couple things to share with you. I will not be having a rundown next Tuesday. I'm going to be on vacation. I'm going on at least a week, maybe longer. I'm hoping by next Thursday, which is a week, to be back enough time to give you guys some kind of a rundown. I'm going out on the road, so I'm going trout fishing. I'm really looking forward to that. Going to see George Strait in the Kansas City Chiefs Stadium. Looks like Little Big Town and Stapleton's going to be opening up for him, so it should be one heck of a concert. Just looking forward to finally breaking away. And the temperatures where we're going are going to be 66 and 88. 66 low, 88 high. I'm ready for a break from this excessive heat. Looks like some rain and stuff. And trout fishing in the rain is always fun. But in the gist of everything around Lake Fork will get going again real soon. When September comes, we got the big bass splash that's coming. I've got a lot of openings. So if you still want to get some bookings, the fishing should improve really good as we begin to cool trend. And if we get any rain, we get any tropical storm that brings this lake up a couple of feet, there's so much growth and vegetation that's out of water right now that when that growth goes underwater, I'm telling you, potentially if we had 2 or 3 feet of raise in the lake, we will have the very best fall fishing we've had in 10 years. There's a lack of vegetation in the lake, and the vegetation that's out of water is mostly grass and baby bushes. Young baby bushes and saplings and little tree saplings and button willows but when that goes in the water, it will kind of preliminary be a filter. It won't filter the water completely like a water vegetation does, like hydrilla, etc. But it's still going to filter things. It's going to provide cover that they have not had, shallow water cover. It's going to be amazing. So let's hope and pray that we do get enough rain to bring the lake up here in September, a couple, 2, 3 feet. September, October, November will be one of the best times we've had on Fork in a long time. And that's the gist of where we're at on Lake Fork. So I'm very grateful for all of you subscribing. The other day I asked you to tell your friends and maybe pass the word about this public channel, not just the members only channel, but the public channel. And we really went somewhere. We got quite a few extra subscriptions. So please share it, tell your friends about it, maybe talk about it on Facebook if you really enjoy this public rundown. And I try from time to time to make sure I give you enough content that you're going to catch fish on Fork. And in the future, I will potentially, again, keep getting you some more information as the fall comes around that's valuable to you for this subscription. I would like to draw you over to the members only, where I give all of it. And I spill my guts. I truly tell exactly what I'm doing on the lake. I ran into a man just a week ago, and he said, "Are you Mike McFarland?" I said, "Yes, sir." And more or less, the conversation was thanking me for the members only, and basically kind of saying, hey, wow, you're exactly what you say. It's what I'm doing to catch the fish. What you told me to do is catch a fish. Where you told me to be, I'm catching the fish. And not only that, there you are. So I listened to what you said to the members only, and I ran into you. The value in that is awesome, and it made my day, and it really made his day too. Made both of our days. That's the whole point. So the members only channel is only $4.99 a month. Give it a try. Go subscribe. Hit the join button. Try it once, man. I'm asking you, please. If you don't like it, unsubscribe. What's $4.99? Man, you're burning that going to the lake. Every gallon of gas that goes by your truck. How about your boat? So it's truly an invite. It's truly worth it. And I appreciate it. The subscription base on the members only is huge. It's over a couple hundred and continuing to grow. I do believe that if you're local around here, it's a great value. If you're in another state, just stick with the public rundown. That's all you need, okay? When I get back from this vacation, I am absolutely going to give you guys a thermocline lesson. about what creates a thermocline, what a thermocline offers a lake, not just in the South and the Midwest, but a little more detail in other lakes, north, east, west, and even in the ocean. I'm going to try and give a very broad perspective of what a thermocline is, what creates it, why it exists, and how fish use it, and how fish are affected by it in different parts of the country. Okay? Other than that, guys, you guys have a great week. Be safe. Stay hydrated. It's still excessive heat warnings here on Fork. She's hot, and the lake is low and dangerous, so go easy. I'm Mike McFarland, the Lake Fork Fishing Guide.